Hello student, we'll start the today new topic, that is parasitic protozoa and human diseases. In this parasitic protozoa, we have to study the two life cycles. Number one, that is Entamoeba gingivalis, Entamoeba gingivalis and Giardia lamblia. This parasitic protozoa and human diseases. A large number of diseases are caused by several living organisms like bacteria, viruses, fungi, protozoa, arthropods, and helminths. Almost all the multicellular animals are harboring at of parasitic protozoans are found to be getting their nutrition on human beings means this parasite is totally depend on the host to live in the body of host and to ingest the food material also in the body of host and causing different types of diseases also. The protozoans are free living unicellular microscopic organisms inhabiting the soil, water, air, decaying organisms, plants, bodies, etc. Some bacteria infections are controlled by certain protozoans. So they are help to human beings, but a number of protozoans which are parasites on human beings cause serious diseases to man and his domestic and helpful animals also, because these parasites, that is the pathogenic type of parasites to live or to enters in the body of host and to causing different types of diseases. The pathogenic protozoans or pathogenic parasites is characterized by obligatory nature, most specifically secretion of toxic substances and having one or more than one host. Here is a list of few pathogenic protozoans associated with the human diseases. To start the new life cycle, that is Entamoeba gingivalis. This genus are the three life cycle: Entamoeba histolytica, Entamoeba coli, and this is the Entamoeba gingivalis. Classification of Entamoeba gingivalis: phylum Protozoa, subphylum Plasmodroma, class Sarcodina, subclass Rhizopoda, order Amoebina, genus Entamoeba, and species gingivalis. This is the classification of this Entamoeba gingivalis. Entamoeba gingivalis is the common commensal, found in mouth over tartar. This is the non-pathogenic amoebae live in the mouth of human beings, gums and inside pus pockets between gums and teeth. It feeds on cell debris, bacteria, leukocytes, but not RBCs. This is the Entamoeba gingivalis is non-pathogenic type of amoeba, not causing any diseases to the human beings, to ingest the debris and bacteria that is the harmful to their host, and this is the non-pathogenic and not any causing diseases, and RBC are not ingested, only bacteria, debris, bacteria and leukocytes, but not RBCs are ingested. It is also eaten by leukocytes. Multiplication occurs by binary fission. This is the, in this process, that is the asexual type of reproduction takes place and binary fission takes place. Cyst formation is unknown. The commensal spreads through kissing. The commensal spreads through the kissing. Common utensils, handkerchiefs, etc. This is the that infection to spreading one host to another host through kissing, utensils, handkerchiefs, that is the sharing of this clothes also. This type of infection takes place to another host. It occurs in 70% of population. It aggravates pyorrhea. Some workers have suggested that this protozoan probably prepares the teeth for pyorrhea of Rick's diseases due to its primary infections. The actual pathogenicity of protozoans has not yet been established, because this life cycle is not detailed study or research takes place, and this is the very short life cycle, and this is the non-pathogenic type of amoeba. Next life cycle we have started Giardia lamblia or lamblia intestinalis. This is also protozoan parasites. Phylum Protozoa, this is the classification. Phylum Protozoa, subphylum Plasmodroma, class Mastigophora, subclass Zoomastigina, order Protomoniadina, genus Giardia, and species Lamblia. Subspecies is intestinalis. Giardia lamblia or Giardia intestinalis. This is the nomenclature of this Giardia lamblia or Giardia intestinalis. Giardia lamblia or Giardia lamblia intestinalis is one of the casual agent of diarrhea. Means this infection causing diarrhea to the human beings. In human beings, especially children's. It was the first protozoan protistan. Protozoan protistan parasite discovered by Leeuwenhoek in 1661. The pathogen is monogenetic. Pathogen is monogenetic, that is completing its life cycle in one host. Total life cycle is completion, it requires the only one host. It is not intermediate host, only definitive host. It is popularly called grand old man of intestine. The infection is known as giardiasis. This is known as giardiasis. Giardia lamblia or Giardia intestinalis causing disease called as giardiasis or black Packer's disease. Black Packer's disease. Giardia is an eight flagellate. Giardia is an eight flagellate binucleate piriform but flattened protozoan protist which has a length of 10 to 18th micrometer and breadth 6 to 15 micrometer. The anterior end is rounded. Anterior end is rounded, while the posterior end is pointed. Posterior end is pointed. Dorsal side is convex. This is the dorsal side is convex. Ventral side is flat but bears a concave attaching disc. Concave attaching disc towards the anterior end. Rhizoplast. A parabasal body and an exostyle occurs. Internally, all the flagella are directed backwardly. Two of the flagella are caudal to ventral, two lateral and two anterior. This is the flagella. 8 flagella are present on the body surface. The parasites resides in duodenum and jejunum parts of upper intestine. It is attached to cells of lining layer of intestine by means of attaching disc. The parasite absorbs digested food and multiplies rapidly, covering most of the internal surface of upper intestine. It not only absorbs sufficient part of digested food but also interferes with the absorption of fat. It results in epigastric pain, diarrhea, loss of appetite, headache. All these are symptoms are seen in the patient of this Giardia lamblia causing these diseases, headache and fever. The parasites form cysts for perination and dispersal division may occurs in the encysted state. Cysts come out along with the stool. Fresh infection occurs through cyst contaminated water and food. Several animals also carry the pathogens. Example, cattle, dog, deer, beaver. They contaminate water reservoirs. This contaminated of water drinking to the human beings and other animals, this type of infection causing to their animals. control measures, how to control the disease and infection of this Giardia lamblia. Water and vegetables should not be contaminated with cyst. Before cooking, vegetables should be washed properly. Before cooking, vegetables should be washed properly. Chloroquine, atterbrin, etc. are quite effective for the treatment of infected persons. This is the treatment of this disease. Chloroquine, atterbrin, etc. are quite effective for the treatment of infected persons. We have to study the two life cycle, Entamoeba gingivalis and Giardia lamblia. Okay, thank you, student.